We are fascinated by animals both small and large. Small animals are adorable and cute, whereas large animals impress us with their size and abilities. When you think about large animals, you probably imagine elephants and whales. But have you ever thought about other mammals that are actually massive? Here are 10 animals that are way bigger than you think. You'll be amazed at how big our number one pick actually is. Let's get started. Number 10. Giant bears. We're kicking off our list today with a prehistoric species of bear that roamed North and South America about 1.8 million years ago, all the way up until 11,000 years ago. These massive bears are referred to as short-faced bears because of their disproportionately short snouts compared to most modern bears. These giant bears stood at about 11 to 12 feet tall and had an extremely dangerous 14-foot vertical arm reach. The largest specimen found was calculated to weigh approximately 3,500 pounds. For some perspective, the largest bear ever recorded in modern times was a polar bear that weighed about 2,200 pounds. Researchers disagree on what kind of diet kept these behemoths running. Some believe that these bears were hypercarnivores, devouring up to 35 pounds of flesh each day. Others argue that these bears had an omnivorous diet that resembles modern bears today. Either way, this bear was finding enough to eat to remain huge. Number 9. Lions. Next up is none other than the king of the jungle, the lion. These real creatures are the apex predator of the grassy plains, savannas, and scrublands of Africa. They also live in very small populations in India. These big cats are ferocious hunters and do not have any natural predators to challenge them. Males of the species are larger than the females, and they can reach lengths of almost 7 feet, stand about 4 feet tall at the shoulder, and weigh as much as 500 pounds. What makes these animals even more impressive is that they are the only wild feline species to live in packs. A group of lions is called a pride and has one dominant male with several females that are responsible for hunting for the whole group. What is the biggest animal you've ever seen in real life? Let us know in the comment section. Number 8. Clydesdales. These massive horses are native to Scotland and were originally bred as draft horses to pull heavy objects and plow fields for pre-industrial farmers. Clydesdales were also a popular choice to be used as war horses because of their size, strength, and calm demeanor. These humongous horses stand over 6 feet tall and weigh between 1,800 and 2,000 pounds. One of the most notable characteristics, other than their overall massive size, is the size of their feet. They measure in at almost 2 feet wide, and each one of their horseshoes weighs about 5 pounds. Clydesdales just don't grow up to be huge. They are massive even as babies. On average, a newborn Clydesdale will weigh in at about 180 pounds. Because of the size and strength, a single Clydesdale may be able to pull up to 8,000 pounds for a short period of time. They also have the ability to pull a carriage weighing between 200 to 400 pounds for up to 8 hours per day. Number 7. Wolves. Next up on our list is the largest of all wild dog species, the gray wolf. Gray wolves are considered to be the elegant predator. These highly social animals form tight-knit packs that live and hunt together. A symbol of northern wilderness and the ancestors to our domesticated dogs, these majestic creatures are still plentiful in rural areas all over the world. Once the world's most widely distributed mammal, the gray wolf's range has been reduced by 1/3. In recent years, conservation efforts have been done to restore the gray wolf population. The male gray wolf can grow up to 6.5 feet long and weigh as much as 200 pounds. These wolves are carnivores that usually prey on mammals much larger than themselves, such as elk, deer, or moose, but will also eat smaller mammals such as beaver, rabbit, or livestock. On average, gray wolves will eat 20 to 30 pounds of meat in one meal. I guess that's what hungry like a wolf means. Number 6. Bison. The bison is the largest mammal in North America. Male bison, called bulls, weigh up to 2,000 pounds and stand 6 feet tall, while females, called cows, weigh in at about 100 pounds and stand at a height of 4 to 5 feet. Even baby bison, called calves, weigh as much as 70 pounds at birth. These massive babies are born with orangish red fur and are referred to as red dogs. After a few months, their hair starts to change to dark brown, and their characteristic shoulder hump and horns begin to grow. Considering the size of these animals, it's best to keep your distance. If you do come in contact with a bison, though, you can tell its mood by looking at its tail. When it hangs down and switches naturally, the bison is usually calm. If the tail is standing straight up, watch out. It may be ready to charge. No matter what a bison's tail is doing, remember that they are unpredictable and can charge at any moment. Every year, there are regrettable accidents caused by people getting too close to these massive animals. It's great to love the bison, but love them from a distance. Thank you for watching this far, but we're not done yet. You'll be surprised by what's coming. Number 5. Saltwater crocodiles. Number 5 on our list is an ancient beast of an animal that has a deadly bite. The saltwater crocodile lives in the coastal areas of Australia and Indonesia. It has become a well-known animal due to films and TV shows such as Crocodile Dundee and The Crocodile Hunter. These massive animals weigh up to 2,200 pounds and measure a staggering 17 feet in length. They are one of the deadliest animals in Australia and are the largest living crocodile species and reptile in the world. It isn't hard to see why this scaly monster brings out fear in everyone. A human can apply 100 pounds of pressure per square inch in their jaw, whereas a crocodile can apply 5 thousandths of pressure per square inch in their jaw. Throughout the last century, saltwater crocodiles were hunted almost to the point of extinction. Luckily, in 1971, they became a protected species and their numbers increased. It is believed that there are now 150,000 salties in Australia today. Number 4. Bald eagles. Up next is a national animal of the United States. The bald eagle is not an animal many people probably think of when they're thinking about large animals. Few people get the chance to see these birds in real life, and even fewer get a close-up view of them. They are usually spotted soaring high in the air over remote forested areas. If you do ever get the chance to see a bald eagle up close and personal, you might be amazed at their size. Female bald eagles are actually larger than the males and can grow up to 3.5 feet tall, weighing as much as 15 pounds, and have a wingspan of 8 feet. These birds will typically bond with one mate for life. Each year when breeding season arrives, the same pair meet, build or reuse a nest, and raise up to 3 eaglets. Both the male and female bald eagles help to raise their young by sitting on eggs, hunting, and providing food for their young. My pick for today is a giant version of a very cute animal. That being number 3, giant rabbits. Did you know that there is such a thing as a giant rabbit? It is true. These beasts are enormous and can be easily mistaken for dogs at first glance. The Flemish giant rabbit is a popular breed for people looking to show rabbits in competition or just have a fluffy pet friend. Traditionally, these huge bunnies were actually bred for their meat and fur. They grow up to 2.5 feet long, weigh 15 pounds on average, and their ears are 8 inches long. Some giant rabbits have been known to grow to well over 20 pounds. They're ideal pets for families because they're very gentle and have calm personalities. Like all other rabbit species, the Flemish giants are herbivores. However, because of their size, they require much more food than an average rabbit. Also, like all other rabbits, the Flemish giant rabbit eats its own poop. This process is called coprophagia, and it actually helps them digest their own food. Number 2. Minazo. Coming in at number 2 on our list today is Minazo. Minazo was a southern elephant seal who lived in Japan's Enoshima Aquarium from the time he was 6 months old until his death in 2005 at age 11. Minazo became famous after a popular lolcat meme circulated showing him holding a blue bucket and giving a goofy smile to the camera. Minazo was a giant weighing in at 2 tons and standing 15 feet tall. Southern elephant seals are the largest seal species and one of the largest living marine mammals. They get their name because of their massive size and large proboscis of the adult male, which they use to produce very loud roars, especially during the breeding season. Proving his legendary status since his death, Minazo has been immortalized in music and art, showing that this huge seal touched people's hearts all over the world. Number 1. The moose. The moose is the largest species in the deer family, and they can live up to 15 to 25 years. They like to live near the banks of lakes and streams in rocky forestland areas and wooded hillsides. Moose are notorious for attacking people when they are startled or upset, which apparently happens a lot. Moose are known to be very combative during the springtime when their calves are young. In the fall, you have to watch out for males who are aggressively competing for mates, and in the winter, they've been known to get hungry due to the lack of food around. Basically, these guys are grumpy pretty much the whole year round. Moose also cause considerable peril to motorists. Like deer, they aren't very smart when walking out in the middle of a busy road or highway. Considering that on average, an adult male moose weighs more than 500 to 700 kilograms and is about 7.5 feet tall, a collision can be very dangerous.